What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about HBAR today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, my friends, and let's get into it. Sitting here at 27 cents to start off the new week. Yes, we're about 6 days, 19 hours away from closing this week. It just opened up. Had a 7.7% close to last week. Not necessarily a bearish engulfing candle, but I guess technically, yes, it was. Really, this is just like back-to-back indecision candles at the top here. That's nothing bad. You're just consolidating, right? Consolidating after a very phenomenal move. In fact, I think we should look at this on a different chart, something that actually has more history or all-time history, right? If we look at the all-time high from last cycle to the low that you established in December of 2022 at the bear market low there, you've had a complete retracement, man, all the way up to your 886, and you're residing now above your golden ratio, the 618 to 69. Whenever you are above the golden ratio, it's time to consider your extended zones, right? And the extended zones, I'm going to put some boxes here, okay? That's what I call the primary target zone. This would be your secondary target zone, and then anything above that is your tertiary target zone, right? And it can get a little bit more in depth than that depending on the charts, but basically this is a general outline for the average coin whenever it comes to extensions and fibs, right? So you're above the golden ratio. That means it's time to start considering primary target zone, right? You get above that golden ratio, it's time to start considering the secondary target zone. Does that all make sense? So here we are right now residing above the golden ratio. As long as we are above, what is that, 97 cents? 90, it's like 90, or no, I'm so sorry. 19.7, you're not even at 90 cents now. 19.7, as long as you're above 19.7 cents, I couldn't see the one here, then you're likely fine. I don't think that you even go back down there personally, but you could essentially, HBAR, you're at 27 cents now, you could drop all the way below 20 cents and you're still fine, right? Imagine how many people would crap themselves if you dropped to 20 cents thinking this thing's in bad shape. Really, you're just finding support at previous areas of support right at your golden ratio, previous areas of resistance even. It's a really bullish look, actually. I would love it. Man, if HBAR at 27 cents, if it went down to 19 cents, I would buy some HBAR. I genuinely would. I would sell my car and buy some HBAR, man. Not because it rhymes, but because it's the right thing to do. But I do think that it is going to move up higher. I don't think, even if it does move down, it's going to move up higher. I don't think that it moves down lower. We look at this thing in a more short-term prospect or time frame perspective was the word I was looking for. You are definitely in a tight consolidation phase here. There's no reason to believe that you would go down, right? In fact, a breakout like that would suggest probably something a little bit more extensive than just to move down to your golden ratio. Unless it was something that was just like so quick that as soon as it happened, you blinked and it was over, you wouldn't even know what hit you, right? But likely, whenever you break out of this zone, you're going to see some kind of a movement that strays away from the top ends and the lower ends of this price that we've been bound by. So I would think, and maybe it can keep moving sideways, maybe it's like that, I don't know. But I would think any kind of significant move above about 30 cents would do it for me, right? You see HBAR above 30 cents, it's time to get excited, right? It's already time to get excited because we're above the golden ratio, right? That means the next target area is somewhere between $1.21 to $3.15. It's already time to get excited. But whenever you get above about 30 cents, whenever you break out of this pennant pattern that you're in, that's when it's time. I think that's when it's really time to get excited. So here you are at 27 cents now, 37 cents a good target. Let's see if we can make sense out of that on the fibs. High to low here. 30 cents, yeah. I would say on the fibs, 32.2 cents is when it's an appropriate time to get excited. But 30 cents, that's fine too, whatever. Based on a price perspective, it would be 31.2 cents, so 30 cents, 32 cents, whatever, that range, right? Based off of this, last cycle high to last cycle low, the expectations are there. What would the expectations be in congruence with this high to low here? These fibs, 2272 lines up very well with that, 2618. All these fibs lining up with that, man. So that doesn't help me, right? Whenever I get three lines here of very, very significant lines, and then I get three fairly significant lines here as well that line up basically at the same areas, that doesn't help me refine my range. Well, I suppose we could do this. It's probably not going to help us. We're going to get some deep retracements with this or extensions with this, but let's just see high to low going forward. So yeah, you're probably going to find resistance at 45 cents. You probably do find resistance around $1.20. You probably do. But just call it turbulence. $4, man. $4, huh? Between 4 and 245. That doesn't help at all. Then it's $3.15. I don't know, man. what would that be? I know there's a lot going on here, guys, but just bear with me, okay? That'd be an 11x. I mean, it's a little bit bigger. I don't know if you see that. Maybe let's talk about, you're at 27 cents now. I suspect when you break out of this, you're going to go somewhere between $1.20 and $2, okay? That would be my expectations, just based off of the likelihoods of these fibs here, right? Because you get above here, you start getting above these relative 4.618s, these relative 3.618s. It just doesn't make sense. But the 2.618s to the 1.886, which is also within the large 1.272 to the 1.414. I know it looks like a bunch of lines, but it's just really 3 different fibs all on itself, right? Likely what this means is we're getting a lot of congruence around here, significant area. A lot of congruence around here, significant area, right? There is some congruence up here as well, but that might be for a later date. I suspect, being that these are 2 areas of significance, when you move up, when you break out of this, by the end of February, middle of February, you're going to be somewhere in this zone, which is anywhere from about $1.20 to $2 right there. So we got 27 cents now. HBAR with an absolutely immaculate move in November. I expect it's going to have the same thing coming into the end of this month, right? I think that you begin this next move up, probably this week. You probably start it this week, right? It's probably time to get excited this week. You might not be at new all-time highs this week, but you probably start breaking out this week. And then maybe next week you're at new all-time highs. And then going into February, you're really breaking out and getting above $1 there, getting into that $2 area. I really do favor the idea that you go closer to $2 by the end of this move than going to like $1.20. But $1.20 is a good minimum. You could go higher. You could go higher, of course you could, but let's just stay focused on that $1.20 to $2 range for now. I got nothing else for you guys. If you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want more content like this, and I will see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.